Ruth Dyson.
Mr. Speaker, it gives me extraordinary pleasure and somewhat of surprise, actually, to be able to take the opportunity to speak in the third reading of the Electoral Administration Amendment Bill. And as always, it's a pleasure to follow the Member of Parliament for Whanganui, Chester Burrows. Mr Burrows never fails to acknowledge the work of the Select Committee in what I think is a genuine way, particularly where there has been cross-party agreement, as there clearly has been in this issue. That's why, Mr Speaker, it's I guess also somewhat rare for both Labour and National to be supporting the passage of a bill, but around electoral administration it is particularly important that the parties put aside any game playing or any opportunity to score political points, tempting though it may be, for the greater good of the process of democracy, which we obviously hold very dear. So this bill establishes the new Electoral Commission. It is proposed that it's an independent Crown entity, and I was very interested in the debate about the options that were considered during the Select Committee process and during the committee stages of the House. So from the 1st of October this year, the new Electoral Commission, the independent Crown entity, will carry out the functions of the Chief Electoral Officer and the current Electoral Commission. I understand that again on the 1st of October, a second bill will transfer the Chief Registrar of Electors' responsibility for the electoral roll to the new Electoral Commission, and that's something that we all will be greatly interested in. The integrity of the data on the electoral roll is obviously very important, not just to us as members of Parliament, but to our entire process of democracy. Mr Speaker, I also want to, as well as acknowledging Chester Burrows and his comments, I also want to acknowledge that the Minister, Simon Power, who made a rare foray into question time today, it was a very interesting contribution. It's not often that we have the Honourable Simon Power able to take questions, but I think there was a bit of a shortage of questions today. Perhaps it was because the Honourable Wayne Mapp was not able to have any questions for oral answer at question time today, that we suddenly seem to have a lot of new ministers popping up instead of the Honourable Wayne Mapp hogging question time. And of course, Mr Boscawen didn't have any questions about NIWA lodged as well. So we had the Minister who's responsible for this bill, the Honourable Simon Power, able to take an oral question, and I just want to acknowledge that the process of development of this bill has been genuine and consultative, and that's something that is to the Minister's credit. There will be more rigorous debate about other aspects, I'm sure, of the Government's proposed electoral reforms, but especially issues like regulation of parallel campaigners. But on this particular issue, Mr Speaker, it's my pleasure to offer our support and commend the bill's progress.
Paul Quinn.
Thank you.